Hey there, welcome to day 1811 of What's You Up to Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting the journey as I started just keeping track of what I was doing online as I transitioned from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. And then with the pandemic and all the craziness in the world, started doing both online and offline things to keep moving forward during times that were absolutely pretty much insane and crazy for all of us. And that was my way to cope and continue to move through all of the stuff. I'm going to call it stuff instead of nonsense that was going on in the world. And that is always going on in the world, right? We have no idea all the craziness that's going on in the world outside of our little circle of awareness and influence. And I think that's to help keep us semi-sane as we go through this journey called life. So today, our idiom for supersize your business was keep your eye on the prize. And I can't hear this idiom or use this idiom without thinking of the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, in the scene where Violet Beauregard's mom in the newer version of the movie tells her to keep her eye on the prize. Violet, keep your eye on the prize, because she's going to win this special prize as they tour through Charlie's Chocolate Factory. And it's one of my favorite kid movies, and I watch it a lot with my granddaughters, so I can't hear this thing without thinking of that. And basically it reminds us to focus on the end result, focus on the goal, focus on the thing that we want, which is what this year's annual challenge is all about. It's get your goals, do one thing every day that helps you to get what you want or moves you toward getting what you want. And so today we're talking about a life framework that I've used for the last couple of years now. I altered it in 2020, and I added, it might have been 2021. I don't remember now. It's been so long, but it's been a couple of years that I added 2 more areas and aspects of life to the life framework that I use to kind of manage my goals, to manage my priorities, to make decisions, to decide what I am and am not going to say yes to, because there's way more opportunities in the world than we could possibly ever say yes to. So how do we filter through and decide which ones are right for us and which ones aren't? And I use a life framework of 9 different things: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, communication, and confidence, to set goals, to break them down into bite-sized pieces, and then decide, well, what am I going to do every 6 months, every quarter, every month, every day to move me toward those goals and objectives. And that's what this year's annual challenge, Get Your Goals, is all about. It's how do you do that? How do I do that? I'm sharing how I do that, and I'm doing it right along with everybody in the challenge. So today we're looking at those 9 areas and aspects of our life, and we're saying right now, how do they fall in a priority order? Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, confidence, and communication. Which order do they fall in for me right now? What's most important gets a 1, and then through 9 to determine what areas we want to focus on, probably sooner rather than later, right? If I've got a physical thing coming up, and I personally do I want to focus on getting ready for that and make physical a priority now? Or do I want to wait till after that thing happens and then make it a priority? Probably not. So we want to just list our priorities. And again, I encourage everybody to keep a notebook or a journal for the challenge. And so here's mine. Here's the 9 areas. Just, I know what the letters stand for. And I will probably identify the C's more in depth because they all start with C, and I want to make sure I have them in the right order. But I'm going to do it right along with everybody else. What is most important for me right now? And it changes. It actually changes sometimes from week to week, sometimes from month to month. It definitely changes from year to year. Back, 10, 15 years ago, the number one thing to me was my businesses, getting my businesses up and running and keeping them going and successful. Now it's very, very different. It's more about family and relationships and my physical well-being. Mental and emotional, I pretty much have ignored those most of my life, which means they probably need more attention than they've been getting. So those were the couple pieces of content that I shared today. It's Sunday where I am, and on Sundays I usually plan for the week ahead and think about what's coming up, what I need to do, what my priorities are based on, of course, my life framework and my goals and objectives, and what am I working on for each of those, and map out my schedule. But I do have a little more time on the Saturday and Sunday because most people aren't working Saturdays and Sundays. So if you have a question or need help with something, just ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I'll be with you tomorrow.